Who basically showed us how to come together to support each other in community and in uplifting each other. 6 years ago, we curated a channel on Facebook called Allverse. Allverse has over 2,000 members now, and folks joined in. You don't hear me? Okay. And people are able to check us out from all over the world and they to uplift the world, just really in the spirit of upliftment. Anything positive, and they post there. Angela Skeet Davis is our curator. All Verse is on Facebook. The NIA Center, as you see it scrolling across the bottom, the NIA Center, you can follow us on Facebook. If you're on Twitch, you can follow us on Twitch. And tonight we're going to talk about the full moon, making the energy work for you. Now, I know we're going to be competing with some other things that are happening tonight. Some folks have got their time and energy focused on the Lakers versus the Heat. And we'll promise you you'll get an opportunity to do just that. But in the meantime, we thought it would make sense. In particular, this month, October, as we're running into, is going to have, hey, Suze, good to see you. Thank you. Share, if you go ahead and you want to share this stream to your page and invite others to attend. Don't need to do a watch party. You can just share your stream as is. That would be perfect. Glad to see you join us, Suze. We got some exciting things we're going to do today. But if you think about what is it that a full moon has. And you've heard all sorts of stories. I mean, there's all sorts of movies around full moons and people changing, literally transforming, right? You've seen movies around how the water is affected, the tide rises, and some people will say their moods are affected. I'm feeling real wild because it's a full moon. So whatever it's been, I think we can all agree that there's some kind of energy that's created by the full moon. And so what we want to do today is support you in making that energy work for you, right? And we've got a very specific program outlined to support you in making that energy work for you. Now, all you need to do to bring to this is some willingness, right? And in addition to your willingness, bring some a piece of paper. If you have a journal, a piece of paper and something to write with, right? A piece of paper and something to write with. Now, in addition to this, not only are we going to do harvest the energy of the full moon, and if you're in the chat, just go ahead and put something in the chat. Let us know you're here. Let us know where you're coming from. Just send us some energy and vibes so we know that you're out there. What you're expecting from this. But in addition to this thing around the full moon, we're going to do a distance energy healing. Right? A distance Reiki energy healing. Now, I'm a Reiki master. And so what is Reiki? Some of you may be asking, what is Reiki? So here's what it is. Reiki is simply this. Reiki means, in the Japanese word, it was created, came about around the early 1930s. But, you know, it existed before Reiki. Hey, Nicole Petit, good to see you. Thank you for joining us. Looking forward to touching you and sharing your energy and joy. But Rei means universal or supernatural. Right? Ki means energy. So Reiki, supernatural energy. And so what we're simply going to do is tap into this universal, this supernatural energy to put us in a state of deep relaxation so we can heal mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. That's what Reiki does. Reiki just puts you in a deep state of relaxation to help your body balance and heal itself, which is what it was created to do. So we're going to culminate this evening with a Reiki healing circle, a distance Reiki healing circle. If you're excited about that, just put something put it in the chat. Hey, I'm excited about this healing circle. Invite some people. I'm telling you, I think this is something that you want to spread the word. You want to let folks know it's not too late. They can come on, join us on Facebook. They can join us at twitch.tv /NIA Center. They can join us on YouTube. They can join us on the NIA Center page on Facebook. Naonu Jewel, our executive director, if you're a friend of hers, you can join us there. If you're sharing it, you can share it from your pages to others. We really want to take advantage and allow people to have an opportunity to participate in this group healing session that's going to happen, right? Wow, Nicole Petit says she is super excited about the healing circle. So am I, Nicole. So am I. So we'll talk. Let me just give you the agenda. If you don't have the information that you need right just yet for in terms of the supplies, you just need something to write with. If you have a journal, that's a great thing to use. If you don't, some pieces of paper. And if you don't have a piece of paper and a pen, I think you've got a notes function on your smartphone. So any of those will work for you. Any of those will work for you. Yes, Nia Center, thank you. If you have not made the switch to Twitch, please do so. Switch to Twitch. Twitch, I know it sounds like a tongue twister sometimes. Twitch.tv/Nia Center. Follow us there. We need your support. Now, the Nia Center is going to continue to bring you programs. We bring you Sacred Space Sunday. We've got an exciting topic coming up this Sunday, right? And the topic is so exciting, man. It's Seeking Your Spiritual Truth, right? Led by Naonu Jewel at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. Tomorrow, Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, we're coming back to you with the second episode of All Verse Thursdays. We got some dynamic women going to be on there. We got some visual art designers, some poet. We got a storyteller, Essence Weldon and Angelique Figueroa. Woo, I think I said the names right. Awesome. Thanks, Suzanne, for sharing it. Thank you. We appreciate you, Suze Marie. Well, excuse me, Dr. Suze Marie. Let me get that correctly. But yes, we're excited because we're getting the opportunity to engage a worldwide audience in supporting them and living their purpose, right? And I don't know about you, but I certainly could use some support, and particularly and especially in times like these, And that's what this ceremony is intended to do. So let me give you an agenda so you'll know what to expect, right? And we're going to get rolling with this thing in just a minute. The first thing is the moon waxing, right? The moon waxing. That's this moon rising, the moon rising. So we're going to use moon terms. That's all about setting our intentions, right? Setting our intentions and being clear. Everything that you do should be intentional. Be intentional. There's a gospel song that says, be intentional. Everything that you do should be intentional. As you are intentional, right, then you get to let the universe know, and everything else, all the energy can align to support you in that intention, right? So we're going to set our intentions. The second thing that we're going to do is that we're going to meditate, do a short meditation, and we're going to harness the energy. We're going to look to really bring ourselves present to the moment, to bring in the energy of the moon and all that's created by this full moon that's on the horizon. I think it'll be in this full sight at around 5:37 p.m. tomorrow. So it's on the way, y'all. It's on the way. In some parts of the world, they're experiencing it today. We're going to experience it here in just a few hours, just less than 24 hours. Then the third thing we're going to do is we're going to talk about the moon waning, or the moon, W-A-N-I-N-G. I say waning. Some of you may say waning. Doesn't really make a difference. But that's about what are we going to release, right? The things that we're going to release. And then we're going to move into what I think is going to be a really fun ceremony. It's called a manifestation ritual, right? The things that we're going to manifest and put into action and are going to come to fruition just because we said so, just because we're willing to be bold and declare it as our truth. All right. And then after that, we're going to do the distance Reiki group healing. So it's not too late to get people on. If you're jumping in the middle, you're in the perfect time. You came at the right time just for you, right? So the Nia Center is really excited tonight to support you in this full moon, make the energy work for you program tonight. It's a pop-up. We're going to do a Reiki virtual moon circle. We're also going to do a Reiki distance healing circle. And we're here to have some fun and just support each other and uplifting the world and moving forward. So I thank all of you that are there, that are looking now. If you've got questions as we go, if you've got comments, if something is said particularly that you hear that stood out to you, type it in the comments, share with us. This is I'm coming to you. It's like a blind audience. So I only know that if you hear me or if you need some more explanation or if something resonated with you because you put it in the comments. So go ahead and be active in the comments. This is our way of connecting and communicating together. Now, last but not least, this is your public broadcasting station, right? This is here because you support us and we support you. And that's how this thing works together. So you see the thing following down on the bottom line around how you can support the Nia Center. following us on Twitch. If you want to make a donation so we can get better equipment, we can bring better programming, bring better guests, and more of the things that will help support you in purpose and living your purpose, or support communities or organizations, please donate. We really will appreciate your support. If you got a prayer, a kind thought for us, we appreciate that support too. All support is welcome and received. Now, that being said, let me just set some context for the night as we go ahead and jump into this. Oh, hello, my friend. Good to see you. Thank you. Yes, he says, absolutely. So let me give you some context for what we're getting ready to do. The full moon happens generally once a month, right? And that's what they say is when the sun's rays fully illuminate the surface of the moon. So, like, the moon itself doesn't have any light, right? The moon itself doesn't have any light. So when the sun's rays fully illuminate the surface of the moon, that's what we get to see as a full moon. Now, this will happen twice tonight. Twice, not tonight, but twice this month, right? Once at the beginning on October 1st and once on October 31st, which some people call Halloween. Interesting, right? And so the energy of the full moon lasts for about 3 days, right? And so by connecting to these energies of the full moon, it really can give us a sense of grounding and this synergy with the earth and all that the universe is creating, right? Now, this is a great time to set intentions for the future with the new moon. It is a great time to set intentions for the future. Now, the moon that's happening tomorrow, I'm just giving you a little bit of context. I'm going to move into it's called the harvest moon, right? And they call it the harvest moon because it's particularly bright, right? It is particularly bright and it rises very early. You heard me say the full moon will be at its peak tomorrow at around 5:36 p.m. Eastern time, right? It rises early. Now, in the past, what this did was give farmers extra time, extra daylight to extend their day, right? Because of this extra bright moon as they were gathering crops and preparing for the winter months. Hence, therefore called the harvest moon, right? Now, the hunter moon, which is what we're going to experience on October 31st, is September's moon, because it's given its name because it was at the time when the tribes would gather meat for the long winter ahead. Right, the leaves are starting to fall from the trees. You're able to identify some of the animals that are out there, and so they call it the hunter moon. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and jump into our situation for the night. So, we want to set our intentions. And this is particularly important as we think about setting our intentions, because everything you do should be intentional. Everything we do should be intentional. And as we think about that, you say, well, what is my intention for being here tonight? The hunter moon, yes, Dana, the hunter moon and the harvest moon. Yes, both of those. And so our intention for today, and I want you to think about this on your own as you've got your piece of paper, you go ahead and write it down on your paper for you. But your intention should start with, and we'll give away, we'll call it a prayer and intention. Start with a term of endearment, right? And you're setting your intention because it starts with a prayer, right? And some people may say, dear Jesus, dear great spirit, dear mother and father God, dear infinite spirit. There's many others, but I'll use dear ones most often. And in this group, dear ones, I invite the blessed ones. I invite the sacred ones of all the people that are on Twitch, that are on YouTube, that are hearing this maybe because somebody else is playing it in another room, that are on Facebook. The sacred ones of all the people that are in this space and shared space together. I go to the place of purity, and at this time, I lift my vibration above the density of the earth. I lift my vibration to vibrate in the cosmos where the moon is shining fully. And I stand in that place of purity, that place of pure light, love, pure joy, truth, and beauty. This place of pure grace and gratitude. And I stand here and I remember that I too, and you too, and all of us that are present are divine beings, are pure light, pure love and joy, truth and beauty, and grace and gratitude. And with that, I welcome I welcome all those that are watching. I welcome those that are commenting. I welcome the divine loved ones. I welcome those beings of light and love who are here to support us. Those compassionate teachers, such as angels and the spiritual teachers and guides and the ancestors and our descendants. I'm grateful. I welcome you to be a part of this, and Jesus and the Holy Spirit and the Mother Mary and the Archangel Michael. I welcome all those who are here for the upliftment of our spirit, the upliftment of this world or the universe. And my intention tonight is to welcome, to teach, to invoke a guided meditation, and ask that you assist me, Mark, and that you assist those that are listening in this moon circle and this group healing event. I ask to be a clear and open channel for the light of prayer and the light of love to teach and express itself in this moment. And I thank you. I thank you, dear ones, for the blessings, teachings, and the gifts you give me and all of us. Thank you for your help and guidance. Thank you for what is already done that hasn't yet come to fruition. I thank you for all the people who will support and help in these words and teachings, and I include myself. And I send love and greetings to all. So we've set our intentions, and I want to welcome us into a meditation. I want to welcome us into a meditation. And so I'm going to take a minute to share my screen. And we're going to do it by the power of the moon, right? And so let me just get this going. And so as we in this space and place, and just take a moment to arrive. Take a moment to connect with this energy, this ever-presence power. Connect to this energy field that the moon is creating. Right? And I welcome you in this moment just to come present. If you're sitting down, just to become very present to the moment. This moment is a sacred moment. It's the I is present in this moment, and because I am present, the sacred exchange of the beings that are on, whether they're virtually, whether they're in the room with you, or they're hundreds or thousands of miles apart, that their energy comes and connects as one. That our minds and spirits will coordinate to come together to support us in harvesting this energy of this full moon and manifesting and bringing forth. And so I ask that you just take a moment to breathe and a few breaths as you hear the sound of the ocean and the waves of the moon, in whatever way that works for you. Take a few more breaths. And as we breathe in, we imagine just breathing in the energy of love. And we hold it and let it just feel our body experience love on the inside for as you hold it. Then as you exhale the love back into the space around you. And as you inhale again, you're inhaling this light. Imagine the light of the moon, this white, this luminescent, just breathing it in and experiencing it, breathing it in and letting it just fill the areas of your body in a slow inhale and holding it for about 4 seconds and letting your body experience the illumination of the energy, the power of this light. And then slowly blow it out to share it with the universe and the space around you. And as you continue to breathe in, you inhale this luminescence, you inhale the gratitude of all the energy that is present and all the things that will be manifested. And you hold it. And feel it in your extremities, and you feel it moving in your stomach and your lower back, and then you slowly exhale it out, and the space around you is just lighting up. Just imagine this light as you continue just breathing on your own, this light just filling you internally and just coming out of every place in your body externally. And as you breathe it in, you feel the warmth of love, you feel the joy of gratitude. Ooh, you feel the power of peace. And you hold it and you just let it just go through the tingling in your fingertips and your toes, and just let your body experience it as you hold it, and then you just slowly exhale it. And the space around you is almost full. We're going to take a few more breaths and just let that fill. And then exhale. Another breath in on your own. And exhale. So in a moment, I know I love this moon sound. Thank you, Clarence. Thank you for that. It is a beautiful scene. It's a beautiful moon. We welcome you. Thank you for joining the show, DJ C Sharp. We appreciate you. So in this moment, we're getting ready to move into what we call a manifestation ritual. It's really simple. It's really, really simple. And so all I need you to do is really get a piece of paper, right? I need you to get a piece of paper, right? And this one is simple. If you have a candle, you can certainly light a candle. But as we've already focused on being present, and we know we're going to let go of everything spinning through our minds. We're going to release whatever was happening right before we tuned in, and whether it was with talking about what you saw on the TV, on the news last night, or something somebody was saying, or the highlight you saw, your anticipation of what's coming up in 20 or 30 minutes. Just ask that you just allow yourself just to come very, very present in this moment. And in that state of presence, in that, you just be. Right? And as we're here, I'm just going to take a piece of paper, and you're going to write down the things that you have to show up in your life over the next month, right? Between now and starting by the end of October. What are the things that you're going to have show up in your life over the next month? And I'll just put that meditative sound on again as you do this, as we just manifest this under the power of the moon. As we manifest this under the power of the moon. Write down the things that you will have show up in your life over the next month. I'll just give you some time to do that as we put some of that background back on. What are some of the things that you're going to have show up in your life over the next month? I'll give you about 20 or 30 more seconds to write that down. And if you care to type and share in the chat, what are some of the things that are on your list? What are some of the things that are on your list? Things that you're going to have show up in your life over the next month. Even though there may be no evidence, maybe there's no proof, maybe you've got no permission. But there will be because you say so. You're willing enough. You're courageous enough. You have enough faith and trust because you've already set your intentions. You've put it into motion. Because the divine being you are gets to manifest just as a divine being that said, let there be light, and there was light when there was only darkness. What are some of the things that you're going to manifest and have show up in your life over the next month? If you don't want to share them in personal, we certainly understand that. I'm going to trust that this is happening for you. I'll give you about 30 more seconds. All right. Now, what you're going to do, I told you this was a pretty simple ceremony. What you're going to do is you're going to take that, right? You're going to take that thing and you're going to take that list and you're going to put it in a jar, or you're going to put it in a box, or you're going to roll it up and put it somewhere, and you're going to set it outside to soak up the moonlight. You're going to set it outside to soak up the moonlight. So for those that may be joining late or just came into a part, we're talking about a manifestation ritual, right? You spend some time thinking about what you're going to release and what you're going to call in as a start. When we set our intentions, we call the universe, and all that the universe is in favor and aligned with our purpose. We wrote down a list of the things that are going to show up in my life and your life over the next month. Woo! I see some of them. So I will find a beautiful new home in the next month. Woo! I will put into practice the art of forgiveness in the next month. Woo! There's several people I need to forgive, including myself, in the next month. Yes. So these are things that are going to happen in the next month. You're going to write them down. You're putting them on a piece of paper. You're going to roll that piece of paper up and put it in a jar. Or if you got a nice little box, put it in a box. You're going to put it outside where it can soak up the moonlight. Now, again, we said that full moon's tomorrow at 5. So you're going to keep it out there until the full moon tomorrow takes place, right? Till the full moon tomorrow takes place. And then the morning after the full moon, you're going to bring those, some call them wishes. I'm going to say, we're going to bring those manifestations back in and place it somewhere where you can see it daily. You know, maybe you place it on your nightstand. Maybe you place it in the bathroom, on your mirror. Maybe you place it somewhere in your office. But you're going to place it somewhere where you can see it daily, right? Some people have little places over their fireplace or in their bedrooms. But wherever you place it, each evening before you go to sleep, take a look at your list and reflect. Take a look at your list and reflect. Awesome. Awesome. Okay. Let me just put that. I love that. Let me get some more of this full moon stream going while we're talking. While we're talking here. So we're going to move on to the next piece, right? And this next piece is all about healing. Right? It is all about healing. I'm going to turn that down just a little bit, just so it's not a distracting. And in this moment, thank you, Leanna Sims. I love this. I love you. Thank you for being here and supporting us. We're talking about harvesting the energy of the full moon. It's there. People say all sorts of stuff happens with a full moon. I get wild. I get crazy. I get this. I get that. Well, yes, let's get what you're going to manifest. Go ahead. I have my list. Exciting, Naonu Jewel. Absolutely. Hey, DJ C Sharp. That's what Naonu says. Hey, DJ C Sharp. I am excited as well. I am excited as well. Because just think, whether it's one person or 10 persons or it's 100 views later and folks look to put this together and we all in unison come together in manifesting. Ooh, there's going to be some great testimonies a month from now. Even and especially in the midst of all that's happening in the world, with the evidence that may suggest it could be crazy. With all of that, there's going to be some awesomeness because of what you manifest. And I go back to Susan's, that post about forgiveness. If you don't mind, Susan, I'm going to put you back up again. Practicing the art of forgiveness. Do you know how much is possible in the art of forgiveness? Because we're talking about opening up the heart in the art of forgiveness. See, this heart is a sticking point. And we're going to do a Reiki distance healing ceremony in just a few minutes here. And in a Reiki distance healing ceremony, I'm going to connect to this supernatural energy, and we're going to all connect to this supernatural energy. I'm the cog in the middle, right? That's you listening. That's the supernatural energy over here. I'm the cog in the middle. And as this energy goes and creates this deep sense of relaxation, it's going to move. It's going to look to move physical things and emotional things. But there's going to be some work to do over this next month to get your manifestations to come to life. There's going to be some work to do. And that work is going to look like opening up your heart. Because that heart can become a sticking point. So we're going to harvest this energy of the moon. We're going to channel that to help us open up our heart, to give us the courage to do the things, to let those emotions of sadness, of depression, of things that have happened that should never happen to people as kids or as adults, the anger, the resentment, the fear, all those emotions, some things that we've forgotten because they've been pushed down so deep, to allow that emotion to come up and out so that this new energy can come and feel it, and we can manifest those things, those beautiful homes. So let me tell you how this thing is going to work. So healing circles really just help us step out of ordinary time into a safe and accepting environment, which each of us can explore our own healing. And so each of us is going to get an opportunity to experience our own healing in this group circle. Now, many of you may be saying, well, how does that work? You're looking at us on YouTube, or I'm looking at you on Facebook Live. I'm watching the replay of it, and you did this sometime before. How is this actually going to happen? Well, it just starts with a willingness and openness to receive the healing. A willingness and an openness to receive the healing, and let your body, let your mind, let your spirit do exactly what it was created to do. I just need you to say yes. If you're a yes to the distance healing, put it in the chat. Even if you're watching on the replay, put it in the chat. Just put yes in the chat. Yes, if you're a yes to the healing, put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. We want to see those that are a yes to the healing. Put it in the chat. Woo-hoo. You say, I got to do it in order to move, to heal and move higher. Actually, absolutely. Yes. Yes, Naonu. Put it in the chat if you're a yes to the healing. Yes. Yes, David. This is the key, the art of forgiveness. Amen, Liana. Absolutely. Absolutely. So what we're going to do is we're gonna just take them as we've already been centered, and this energy from the moon is already just circular. I mean, I feel it. My hands are tingling. I can't even stand still. The energy is so powerful. So I'm just going to ask that you open your heart to access this inner guidance, that this willingness to receive the greatest healing, because you are a great and divine being. Yes, Tanya Kenlow. Yes, see Dana White. I see you. Yes, yes. We got several yeses. Absolutely. Yes, DJ C Sharp. Absolutely. So as we bring this forth, and as you're willing to open your heart, and now you're opening your mind. So together we're going to discover how we can move these obstacles out the way. So I'm just going to ask that you whatever is comfortable for you. I'm going to say a prayer of an invitation and set my intention. And my intention is that right now that I be used as a vessel, that you connect me to this supernatural energy that's connected to Liana and Dana and C Sharp and T Kenlow and Naonu Jewel and whoever else is that said yes in their spirit and their mind, even if they haven't typed it in the chats. That the ancestral healers, the angels, the Holy Spirit, that you give us divine guidance on what exactly is needed for each one. And that in these moments that they receive exactly what they need and be able to go forth powerfully and begin the body and the mind and the spirit to just come into balance and heal itself, to begin the process of opening the heart. I invite the other Reiki healers that are near or that are distant and traveling the universe. I invite Jerry Red Eagle, my shamanic guide, the healer, to come and join with me in this circle. See, I'm not alone. I've got a room full. I got a universe full of people here supporting us in this healing. It's not Mark doing the healing. This is the supernatural energy that's reaching out to each and every one that's willing and that said yes, that their heart is open, yes, that their mind is open. And so in this moment, we'll begin the healing. If you just take a deep breath in. Hold it. Slowly blow it out. And you're going to take another, let me describe this last breath you're going to take. You're going to take a deep breath. You're going to imagine bringing in all this light from the moon, this gratitude, this love. You're going to hold it as long as you can. And when you can't hold it any longer, you're going to exhale it. So let's go. Let's take this deep breath in. Breathe in this love, gratitude, the light of the moon, the energy, the peace. Keep inhaling it, and then hold it. Hold it till you just can't hold it anymore. Let it just feel every extremity of your body, every area of your body. As you hold it, you this gratitude, this love, this peace. When you can't hold it anymore, just going to sigh back out and just fill up the space around you. We'll just take a few minutes just to receive the healing. Yes, I see that lower back pain. I see that. Worried about what we're going to do next, how we're going to make it with this family. We're going to make this family work. I see that. I see those sad and late nights just sitting up crying. I can't sleep because I'm just so worried. I see that. I see that discomfort in your stomach. I see that crying out, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? I seek looking for that divine guidance. What do I do? That desire for clarity. I see that loved one that you're caring so deeply about. We'll just take a few more minutes in this space just to continue to be a yes and open your mind and the heart. I see that depression. If you got some other people you want to receive healing, go ahead and type their name in the comments. We're going to send this energy. We're going to take this energy, this present, this ball of love, this ball of power. Yes, 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 yes. Just put their names in the comments and we're going to send them some healing energy as well. Because we're trusting that Reiki, because it means supernatural energy, universal. It will go wherever it's needed. It already knows. It already knows. John Henderson, Mark, we see you. We send some energy and love to you. Katrina Copeland, Courtney, Tiki, Evan and Taylor, yes. Gus, take one more minute. One more minute in this space. Names of the comment. Even if you're watching this later, trust that because your intention is pure to send and have them connect to this energy, because we're going to leave this healing energy out and just allow it. This ball of energy. We're going to send it to each and every one of you, wherever you may be in the universe. Pastor Belinda, Ophelia, Paula, yes. Whew. That's just slowly, just if you had your eyes closed, just to slowly roll your eyes up under your eyelids and bring them open. Just take a few moments to breathe. Just to continue to receive the energy of the moon that was channeled with this universal energy and supporting your mind and body and spirit and balancing and coming into homeostasis, that the state of perfect balance. To put yourself in a position to manifest those things that you've written on your list. All the students, just put a few of the names up. And knowing that as I go through some of the names that were put up in the list. If we missed anybody, Kenya, yes, we see you, sister. Knowing that our spirit and our intention is pure. Yes, you're welcome. Thank you. So I got some recommendations because I want you to know what to do with this thing, where we go from here. And let me just get a moment. If I could stop I don't want to stop it because it's just so beautiful. But let me just maybe mute it. All right. Let me just mute it. And let me just put myself on the screen. And so that, I want to say thank you. Thank you to each of you for trusting, for joining in, for watching, for commenting, for thinking of us. For, hey, I've got to get back to that another time. Hey, I got to tell somebody about this. Thank you, Naonu, for the NIA Center. You see us scrolling across the bottom. We need your support. We need your love. We need you to follow us. We need you to support us financially at the Zelle. You see the comments. If you got something out of it, pass it on. We're going to continue to bring you programming to support the world in this purpose, to educate, engage, and empower you. So let me give you some few tips of what you do coming out of this thing here. Let me just give you a few tips of what you do coming out of this thing here. So the energy that we just connected to is going to start to move through you, right? And as it moves through you, there's gates that's open. It may be some physical stuff that wants to flush through, right? And so you want to drink water to support that. You want to support flushing whatever physically may have been in a way that's moving through. And then just like if you open a gate and it was a whatever was in the gate, you open the gate, anything may come out. You don't know when or where. So we want to make space for our emotions, because we talked about opening the heart. Now, this is important. I want you to make sure you hear me on this, because the energy that we just moved can only move to your sticking point, which we talked about earlier. So I'm going to ask you to take 5 minutes tonight and over the next 48 hours, 5 minutes every day to do judgment-free journaling. Right. And that means you're going to write. You're not going to worry about the parentheses or the period or the spelling. You're going to write about those things that are coming up for you. Sue, you talked about forgiveness. Some of the other folks, you know, your areas of concern, you know, some of those emotional things that you don't want to deal with. You're going to allow the emotion actually to come up, and so it can come out. Those things that we've suppressed so far deep inside that we may be forgetting about. Just judgment-free journaling. You're not going to look at it and say, oh, I can't believe I wrote that. What was I thinking? What does that mean? No. Suspend all and any judgment. Now, if you trust me, right, that's the only thing that matters is intentions and trust. If you trust the divine being that you are, if you trust the sacred God or whatever it was that you gave prayer to in the beginning, you trust and you really believe that you are a sacred being, trust this process and do that judgment-free journal. We call it 5 for 5. You're going to journal to help support your mind, healing, to support your spirit healing, to support your body healing, to support your emotional healing, and to support your heart opening up. And as you open up that heart, we get to connect to the energy within you and without you. And then there's more energy that's connected because the hearts are open. So I just want to say thank you. Woo. Penny London, I see your anxiety. We got you. We got you. Thank you for joining us in on Twitch. Peony London. I think I may have said the name wrong. So once again, let's just recap what we did. We set our intentions. You start everything with setting intentions. You do your prayer and invitation. You invite whatever it is, the energy, the spirits, the guys that are on your side, on your team, to come on and join in with you. We did a meditation and thought about what are the things we're going to release and we're going to let go of to get out of the way that we can release. We're going to let those things go. Then we talked about the manifestation, the ritual of manifestation. Oh, you're welcome, Suze. You're welcome. The ritual, you wrote down a list of things that are going to show up in your life in the next month. You're going to take that list, you're going to put it outside in a jar, in a box or something, and then let it get the moonlight. And then the morning after tomorrow, the morning after the full moon at 5:36 or whatever that time is, Eastern time or your time zone, that morning after that, you're going to bring those boxes, you're going to bring that box, that jar, that list in, and you're going to put it somewhere where you can see it. Your nightstand or your bathroom or on your fireplace mantle. You're going to look at it every night and you're going to just reflect on it. Reflect on the things that'll be manifesting over the next month. You're going to do your journaling, your judgment-free journaling, because you're going to continue to support opening up your heart, releasing, so that your heart can heal and create the energy that allows others to heal as a result of your healing. And then I want to say thank you. I want to acknowledge each of you for your time, sharing this space and energy with me in a way that, making it special in a way that only you could. Yes, Sonia, thank you. Thank you for joining. Like you gave me something that's going to send me into the night, into this next moment called the right now, with joy and with love and with grace and with some peace. Woo! I thank you. I want to acknowledge the divine being in each of you, and that the divine exchange that we had, this sacred exchange, was so powerful. And whether you're able to tell somebody about it, whether you're able to support the NIA Center, whether you're able to support somebody else, we thank you. We're grateful. Grateful for Naonu's vision. Grateful for your support and whatever that looks like. Grateful for you sharing tonight on your page, sharing the broadcast, the multicast. Thank you for those networks that are allowing us to broadcast and share this message of love. And I'll close by saying, I wanted to acknowledge the greatness, the divine being that you are in the God Show format. Thank you.